Secret number one, you guys, is that motivation, the act of motivation, looking at motivation, is what I would call step number 6. At the very least, whatever process you go through, it's the last step to actually feeling or being or identifying motivation. We know, and the internet will tell us, that motivation is necessary to get out of that daily grind that we are so desperately wanting out of. What we don't know, or what most of us don't know, is that our brain is hardwired to self-sabotage motivation at face value. So when we give ourselves those blanket comforting statements that we would give a coworker or our neighbor, right, to try and motivate them, our brains are naturally, instinctively hardwired to sabotage that. And if you are feeling like this woman in the picture, like, okay, thanks, but no thanks, man, like, so what do I do about it? First, let me prove to you what's going on. Have you ever experienced 1 second you are gung-ho, no holds barred, going to make a change? For example, I'm going to get back into this hobby. I'm going to do this X amount of times. It's a SMART goal, right? I'm going to do it X amount of times this way. Here's how I measure it. Bam, I'm doing it. Then the next minute, it's, oh, I don't really have the materials. I'll start tomorrow. It probably won't help that much anyway. Probably just won't do it anyway, right? Where did we go from gung-ho, definitely going to do this, to, yeah, it probably won't help anyway. I might as well not do it. I'm here to tell you, you guys, you didn't purposefully do that. You didn't stop and think, let's see, that either feeling that being gung-ho didn't feel good, or you didn't stop and say, the change that I anticipate from this, rephrase, the results that I anticipate from this change isn't going to be worth it. No, your brain just automatically switched it around to change. To change is bad. To let's not change. We survived this way today. We survived this way yesterday. Let's just keep surviving this way. Our brains are hardwired to stick to status quo as long as we have evidence, proof that we survive it. Our brain will resist change, whether it's good for us or not. Our instinctive brain does not judge whether change is good or bad. Our instinctive brain says change is bad because I'm living right now, and if I change something about that, there's risk. There must be risk involved. Believe it or not, I think you already have motivation. Actually, I know you already have motivation because you wouldn't have clicked on this if you didn't. We just need to bolster it and make it resilient to that instinctive self-sabotage. Secret number 2, the number one thing to do to create that foundation worth building sustainable and lasting motivation on is to check in with self-respect, which is different from self-compassion, which is different from self-esteem. 2 main reasons why we need to tap into self-respect. 1, if you don't respect yourself, then it will be infinitely harder to sustain that motivation. That instinctive self-sabotage is always going to have a workaround. Always going to be able to work around you if you don't honestly intrinsically respect yourself. And we need to be able to differentiate. We need to be able to differentiate intrinsic motivation from extrinsic motivation. Long story short, you guys, that's kind of what I was talking about when I mentioned that I noticed that even though I was making choices and that felt good, the majority of the time I was making choices for other people. So it was really extrinsic motivation, even though I kind of tricked myself into feeling like it was intrinsic motivation. Okay, so that's where this self-respect thing comes in. And that's where, if I have deluded myself into thinking that I'm in control of that and that I am intrinsically motivated to do that, that gives self-sabotage another another foot in the door. So we need to be real and honest and sure about that. This is your life, guys. Live it for you and help other people along the way. It's human nature, you guys, to be here. We're hurting and we're herd mentality. We want to help other people. It feels good to help other people. I'm not telling you not to. I'm saying we need to be able to tap in with ourselves too. We need to be able to help ourselves at least sometimes.